Gunter Brewer, wide receiver coach and passing game coordinator at Oklahoma State University. In conjunction with Coach's Choice, we'd like to bring you this video clinic. I've been in coaching for over 20 plus years, having been born into a football family. My father, Billy Brewer, was a collegiate head coach for over 30 plus years and also played professionally. I started my career in junior college as a head coach in Mississippi in their league, and also moved on to the 1AA level at East Tennessee State in the Southern Conference. From there, I moved on to the Ole Miss Rebels in the Southeastern Conference, and also I've been in the Mid-American Conference where I was at Marshall University for 4 or 5 years, where we won the national championship in 1996. Presently, I'm in Oklahoma State in the Big 12 and looking forward to a lot of successes there. In this video, we'll cover many aspects of the passing game. We'll talk about routes, individual techniques, and coverages. We'll also deal with the pass protection aspect of it and the quarterback reads and drops. Hopefully this tape will be as successful for you as it has been for us. Today's video clinic is going to involve screens. We're going to cover various aspects from play diagrams to game footage dealing with various types of screens. You're going to see running back screens and wide receiver screens from different sets, from empty to 2-back to 1-back. Each play will be diagrammed and discussed and voiced over. The first screen we're going to look at today is a double screen, wherein that we're going to have 2 screens built into one play. The front side of the screen, which is going to be our first read, is going to be a double crack scheme with the back flaring. The quarterback's going to read the defensive end. If the end rushes, he gives the ball to the back. If the end does not rush or he peels on the back, then he's going to turn backside and throw the tunnel screen to the backside. Here are the rules for the front side. The front side tackle is going to set, run the line, and kick out the force or support. The guard is going to set, run in the alley, and block the alley player. The backside guard is going to set for a count and a half and run the alley. The backside guard is going to set and run to kick out the force. The backside tackle will stay on because of the slow screen is on the backside. Let's go to the 2 crackers. Here we have the first crack guy is inside, approximately 5 to 6 yards from the tackle or the end man on line of scrimmage. He's going to crack the first inside backer in the box, being from the tackle to the tight end area. Never block a blitzer. The outside receiver is going to crack the guy over wide, which should be the first guy inside of him. If the defender is not looking, we want to turn him upside down on the crack block. If the defender turns and looks at him, then we want to use a wall technique or a stalk block, blocking the upfield shoulder. Backside, we have the second receiver is going to kick out the cornerback. The outside receiver is going to go up 3 and back 4, staying square to get the ball in the slow screen. Quarterback's read once again is a defensive end. If he rushes, we get the ball to the back. We throw this out of the gun. We want to be approximately 5 to 6 yards from your center. Back ought to be in the B gap. He's going to take 3 hard steps and then get his head around. The coaching point here is make sure he's inside out of the tackle's block and then gets up in the alley where he has the lead blocker. The next diagram we want to take a look at is with just one receiver on the backside. Let's take a look at it now. Here's a second diagram that we're looking at with only one receiver on the backside. The steps are the same for the backside receiver, being up 3, back 4, staying square. Now the kick out block occurs from the backfield. Well, he's going to run and kick out the cornerback. As you see, the tackle stays on. No rules change here. The backside guard's a count and a half. He's going to run the line and kick out the force. The center is going to be a count and a half. He's going to get in the alley and block the alley player. Front side rules are the same. Back is going to swing or flare. Toes at 5 to 6. 3 steps hard, then adjust. Tackle is going to set, run the line and kick out. Guard's going to set, run the alley. We have 2 guys that are going to crack. The rules stay the same. First backer inside the box, off the line of scrimmage. The outside receiver is going to block the man over the Y in this case. Coaching point again, never block the blitzers. If you have a guy that blitzes, continue to the next level or the next linebacker. Never block the blitzers. Now let's take a look at a few clips and we'll see how this works out. Here you see we're in a 20 personnel set with 3 receivers and 2 backs. We're going to run this mainly to the field. So here you should have a crack, swing route, and on the back side we got the slow screen. Front side, we're going to have the tackle set and run the line. The guard's going to set and get in the alley. The backside center is going to be a count and a half. He's going to get in the backside alley. This backside tackle stays on because it's a slow slide. This tackle is going to set for a count and a half and run the line and kick out. Okay? Here you see the receiver, the back in the backfield has got to block the cornerback. Splits here, 5 to 6 yards, 5 to 6 yards. There you see a nice crack block up top. We get a seal block down here. If you lose them, you want to lose them underneath, but make sure you stay with them. In this case, we get a great crack block, but the defender ends up getting up and trying to get into play. Nice job by the offensive tackle of setting and running the line. Now the guard's in the alley. We've got a good lead block. We set him up. Okay? Make sure that we stick outside, go underneath him here, help the offensive lineman out. Let's take a look at the end zone view right here. We'll see the offensive line with the set and the tackle run the line. The guard set, get to the alley. The back is in the B gap, like we said, 5 to 6. Should take 3 hard steps, then look for the ball. The center is going to be a count and a half and run the backside alley. The tackle is going to be a count and a half and run the line to kick out on support or force. The backside tackle is going to stay on. And now we have a back in the backfield backside. He's going to disappear and block the cornerback on the weak side. There you see a nice job by the tackle setting. The end rushes. That's the quarterback's read. The end rushes, so he gives the ball to him. You see the back run for 3 steps, then get his head around. Now here's the most important part, that they get in phase right here between the tackle and the back, that those two are married up, and make sure that he is inside out on the tackle. And then he's nice job of setting the block up, then dipping back underneath, which gives the tackle a good kick out angle on this cornerback. You see the crack block from the outside just coming into your picture. You see a seal block here. Now we're up in the alley. You see the guard running in the alley trying to get to his man. We've got very positive yardage on a simple play. Now we're in a 2-by-2 set. We flex the tight end out. We've got one back in the backfield. We're going to have the crack here and the crack here. Okay, he's going to crack the first linebacker in the box. He's going to crack the guy over the Y or the slot unless his guy blitzes, and we never block a blitzer. The end rushes. So the ball is going to go to the back. After 3 hard steps, he's going to look around. We've got a crack block or a seal block by the inside receiver. Remember, we want to block the upfield shoulder here as the coaching point and lose him underneath, never lose him over the top. Unfortunately, here we lose both of these guys over the top instead of blocking the upfield shoulder. We still get the ball to the back. The linemen do a nice job of getting out, running the line, and then turn up in the alley and end up blocking the receivers' guys. Successful play for us in the screen game. It's a long handoff for us. We're trying to maintain a 4 to 6 yard gain on this, which puts it nice and easy for us on the next down to get the first down. On the backside, here you see we're running to kick out the corner, but his rule is this: he's got to get the party started, meaning that if the flat defender or the force player, support player, gets in his vision or gets in his way, he turns and blocks him, and the lineman adjusts on the slow side. See the backside tackle stay on. The backside guard's going to run the line looking to kick out. And the backside center here, the center becomes the backside second alley player. Again, we're averaging 4 to 6, trying to stay ahead of the chains. Here's the end zone copy. Again, see the set by the tackle and the guard. Should be set and go. On the backside, we should be a count and a half. You see the backside tackle should stay on. Back should be in the B gap. 1, 2, 3, head comes around. Quarterback's read is the defensive end or the end man on line of scrimmage. He rushes, we give the ball to him. He peels, and after his 3 steps, he's going to turn back and throw the funnel or the tunnel side of it. Nice job here, the back getting his shoulders downfield and getting the necessary yardage. Again here, we're in a 2-by-2 set with 3 down linemen. They blitz inside, but the end still rushes, or the end man on line of scrimmage. So the ball should go to the back. We should have a double crack out here. Here's a great example of what we talked about. If your guy blitzes, he disappears, go to the next one and go to the next level. you see him block the down safety who replaces here. Initially, a good block by the outside receiver. He must stay with him, and we want to seal the defense so we can get outside of him. Here, unfortunately, he loses his block late. Quarterback does a nice job of giving the ball to the back. We hit the alley right here, a nice little funnel, and get good yardage. Let's look at the backside. Here we're up 3, back 4, right there on the line of scrimmage, so we get a quarterback a stationary target. The inside receiver here would look to block the corner unless he felt like he's a threat immediately. If so, then he's going to block him and let the lineman adjust. Here's the end zone version of it. You must really work hard in your screen game early in the season, setting up drills with bags and then live people and then running in practice if you're going to be successful. Timing is very important. All these pieces must fit together in this puzzle. There's your tackle running the line. Nice job of him running straight down the line. The back sees the hole. He sticks his foot in the ground and gets north and south. Here you have another 2x2 set here. Now you notice the in-man line of scrimmage rushes. We got 2 crack blocks here. We seal the defense or cut the defense. The tackle and the guard get out in front, and you see how the back is patient here and he's setting up his blocks. Slips inside the tackle. The guard gets upfield right here, has a nice knockdown block. Now it gives us an alley to run the ball into. Nice job there. The end zone version. Get a chance to see the offensive line again. We're a slow screen side over here with a 1.5 with the guard in the center. We're a 1 count basically just set and go over here. Back may be a hair wide, okay, because he wants to make sure he gets into a good relationship with the tackle, being inside out of him, and then he should set the block. He should dip and then get back underneath right here. Does a nice job because this defender should have support to keep his outside arm free. Now we've gotten into 20 personnel with 2 receivers here. We're going to throw it to the field. We got 1 receiver backside. Now he's going to take the place of the slot receiver as we had back there we saw earlier in the diagram. Good block by the outside receiver. He feels that he cannot execute the crack, so he seals blocking him. Does a good job of stalking him. The inside receiver loses his man, unfortunately, but he does lose him underneath where you have to chase from behind. Linemen do a nice job of getting out front. Back should set his block up. We got a good successful play right here. Again, we're trying to average 4 to 6. As you see, most of these have gotten more yardage than that. Quarterback's going to be in a 1-2-3 mode, reading the end man on line of scrimmage. Again, if he rushes, we want to give the ball to the back. If he doesn't or he peels, we're going to come back after 3 steps and throw the backside, which we'll see here in just a second. Again, we're in 20 personnel. See the end rush. Give the ball to the back. Got a pretty good seal block here. Nice job blocking the upfield shoulder like we talked about, not the downfield shoulder. If you lose him, you want to lose him underneath. Stay with him, stay with him. There's your good alley right here. Unfortunately, we didn't get a good kick block by the tackle, but the back has to make one miss, which he does. And then we get upfield right here and get a lot of positive yardage. Another look at the end zone copy. Get a view of the offensive linemen with their sets. We only run this out of gun. Gives the quarterback a better vision. Can see the end quicker. Okay, here we've gone back to 2x2, and I put this in here to show you we misread this play right here. He wants to go to the backside because it's been open, but if he'll stay with this read, we've got 3 down, and you're going to see blitzers right here. We'd like to run this versus a blitz. If we'd have stayed with what we were coached to do, we'd have had a better play. Here you see the blitzer off the edge. We should have given the ball to him. 1, 2, 3. Give the ball to him right now. Had a good seal block here. We had great angles here. We had the 2 linemen pulling out and really nobody, only 1 guy to block. So this would have been a big play for us. He decided to go to the backside against his read, which we will have a kick-out block out here. He decided that the 8-man front, the alley player, was more dangerous. And you see the slow screen on the backside, which would have had a big play there too, but unfortunately the tackle loses his man and we get the ball tipped. You get greedy and want to call the backside. As soon as you call it, it's usually never there. It just happens. But here's the mechanics of the quarterback going to the backside. 1, 2, 3. Then he turns. Doesn't like what he sees over here. He comes back over there to a stationary target. We'll have a few of these on film here in just a minute. Okay, here's a case where we're getting a weak side blitz. Again, it's double crack. You see the crack block here. Seal. Lost him underneath, but he must chase now. You need to stay with him. Up top, we need to stay with this block. We got the lineman out in front of the back. Now the back cuts underneath. Must set his blocks up. Again, gets upfield for positive yardage. Here's the end zone view. You see the quick set here by the two linemen, letting them go. You see the slow side over here. This back must set up the offensive lineman's block. Now we're 2 by 2. Here we made a change. We're going to put the slow side receiver in the slot. He's going to run and replace the feet of the outside receiver with 3 to 4 steps and then get himself square if he's going to be the backside. So now we're just changing up the slow side of it, either with the back or with a slot receiver. Same rules for your offensive line. Here you should have a crack. That's the kind of crack block you actually want right here. He's not looking, so you should get your head in front, block above the waist, and you should get the same results we get right here. 1, 2, 3, head around, get the ball. Now set the lineman's block up. May have cut a little bit too quick, but still got the necessary yardage. Again, the end zone version, you get to see the lineman run the line here. The back should set his block up. We should be in great shape. Okay, 2 by 2, 1, 2, 3 by the back. He's got to be careful not to get too far out in front of the offensive lineman. Quarterback does a nice job of getting in the ball, and we're out in front with lead blockers. Here's our end zone version. See the lineman here with the set and go. The back here. It's out in front, 1, 2, 3. Now this one's an iffy situation for the quarterback. He's got to make this decision. This is somewhat of a peeler. He reads the play, but he feels like he can get the ball to the back and get out in front. If not, he should have come to the backside. We're in 20 personnel. We should have a crack on the outside and a seal block here. Back's out in front with 2 lead blockers. There's a good crack block again. Gives your wide receivers an opportunity to get even with some of these defensive back and linebackers are taking shots at them. It's a good opportunity also for your linemen to get downfield, throw, get DBs on the ground, really be aggressive down the field blocking. Here's your back shot. Nice throw by the quarterback, sets the block right here. Okay, now we're in 20 personnel, 2 receivers to the field. A little wide here. That would be 5 to 6 yards from the end-man line of scrimmage, and he'd be 5 to 6 from him. Okay, here's the peel situation we talked about earlier. Defensive end started to rush, and then he comes off to the back. Cannot throw it over here, so the backside tackle's got the major job, must stay on. He's going to take 1, 2, 3, I can't throw it, then come backside. Now, on the backside, our steps are up 3 and back 4. Shouldn't drift. We drifted a little bit here. Catches the ball, gets up in the funnel right here, the nice little alley. You see the back should go block the corner, but this guy becomes more of a threat, first threat, so he blocks him. Tackle, he just exchanges right there and does a nice job. Let's see it from the end zone copy. Backside back's in the B gap also. He's looking to run to go block the corner. He becomes a threat. Up 3, back 4. Nice job of getting in the alley by the center. We're up on the defensive backs. Nice job there. Okay, we've changed the formation a little bit now. We're running out 11 personnel with the tight end in. His rule stays the same. He's going to block the first backer in the box, would be this one. we're going to crack the first guy inside of him off the line of scrimmage. So right now we don't know who that is, but we think he might be a dropper. Backside, we're going to initially go block the corner unless this one becomes a threat. Up 3, back 4. Okay, tackle stays on. Going to run the line here on the slow side, and he's going to be in the alley. Let's see if we get the end rushing, which side we go to. It gets cloudy for the quarterback. He doesn't like it, so he decides to go backside. Okay, here initiates a problem where if the alley player or the support player over here becomes a threat initially, and he doesn't think he has time for the lineman to get out to block him, then we must block him. But the problem here is we end up outside in instead of inside out. That's something you have to work through. Sometimes you get caught with that, and unfortunately it didn't result in as good a play as we'd like it to. On the slow side, you really got to work hard to get out as quick as you can after you're counting a half and run the line. Here we got out a little late. You tell he wouldn't have gotten there before he had made the tackle. Got chased from the backside. Next screen we're going to talk about is what we refer to as a fast screen. In this case, I'm showing it to you out of empty. You can run it out of any set you choose. Okay, on the side we run the fast two. Basically, we're one step up, one step back, staying square. The inside receiver here is going to go kick out on number 1 or the corner, and we're going to outrun the cover down defender who we have leverage on. The offensive line, once we determine which side we're going the ball to here, is we're going to zone reach and try to get them to the next level. We can run this out of multiple formations, which we're going to take a shot here in just a second and take a look at the next diagram. Here you see the next diagram where, again, we're going to fake the swing over here or run it, have something on the back side. Now we've got the back in the backfield here, and we're going to have him kick out number 1. Again, we're one step up, one step back, and still keeping the offensive lineman's rule the same where we're zone reaching. So this is one of the screens we talked about. It's really just involving the skilled players being the running backs and the wideouts. The offensive line not having to get out in space like they did in the earlier screen. They're just going to zone reach and try to get their guy down and get their hands down, climb to the second level. Now let's take a look at a few of these and see what kind of success we have. Here I'm showing it out of an empty set. Well, to the outside receiver, we're going to take one step up, one step back. The inside receiver is going to go block the corner. We'll leave this defender unblocked and this defender because of depth unblocked. We game plan this out of empty to throw it to the inside receiver. He's going to take one step up and back. He's going to block number 2, count from outside in. He's going to block number 1, and we're going to run away from the leverage of the defenders that are unblocked, this one here or this one here. Okay, let's take a look at this and see what happens. The offensive line, in this case, we directed them to the top where the ball was going to go. So we're reaching and running here. One step up, one step back. We've got leverage here. We need to stay on the outside pad. If he goes underneath, we just need to wash him back down. Lose him underneath is fine because the ball will be outside of him on like the sweep. Stay with the stalk block up top. Get good yardage here. Got a successful play. Ball was on the 20. We're trying to average 4 to 6 yards, remember. It's like a running play. We get a lot more than that. We're in good shape. Watch the offensive line here. As you see the reach and run, should try to get through his outside leg and get his hands down. If he stunts inside, the guard picks him up. Zone concepts here. Need a good throw, good run and catch. The ball's on the outside arm. We're in great shape. Again, we're showing it out of empty. We go down here. We're one step up. He's going to go arc here. If we have this in combination with the swing, we'll have the swing up here, and the quarterback can make a decision on which side he wants to throw the ball to, whether keep the lineman in with 5-man protection or he can direct them one way or the other with a call. Here you see our one step. Started to go down here at the bottom and not get the lineman involved. Okay, run away from the defender covering the inside receiver. Now we should get outside and run away from him. Okay, here's your unblocked defender here and here. Nice job outrunning these two guys. Ball should be in the outside arm and execute a good finish with the play. We're using a 5-man protection here, not directing the line in this case. We're just staying big on big, mixing our protections up with set and cut as fast as possible. You see the quarterback's mechanics here. Just execute the snap, grab the ball, get it out as fast as possible. He may or may not have the laces. You got to learn to throw without the laces here because we want the ball out as quick as possible. Good execution there. Same set. You see the unblocked defender here. We should take more of an arc angle here instead of going up the field and then out. This receiver here should take more of an arc angle to work down the middle and then kick him out if he lends itself to be that way. Don't go too far back. Get outside, get the ball in the outside arm, makes one miss, we get back upfield. Again, this is as simple as you can get right here. No lineman involved in any of the play. We got faking the swing up top. He decides to go down here at the bottom. It's a run for us. Get the ball in his hands as quickly as possible. And again, we're getting positive yardage. Your end zone view for your lineman and your mechanics. Ball is caught, open step, throw as fast as you can. Puts it on the money right here. We've got a good kick out block here. We're up inside, then back out. Nice job there. Okay, here we're getting a stack look. This is really too wide. We need to have this on the hash or just inside. Okay, we're going to throw it to the back receiver. He's going to block number 1, he's going to block number 2, and he's going to run the ball. Remember, we want to get this thing outside. We have a poor throw here, and we don't execute this the way we want to. Here we're in the gun, of course. We're going across right here and execute off the edge of the tackle's block. Up top, the single receiver is executing a one step up, one step back. If you get soft coverage over here, he felt like in this case he could throw it and take one-on-one with this corner. We had numbers out here. We're 3-on-3 with these two guys deep. He blocks number 1. He blocks number 2. Now we need to get the ball right now. We get the ball outside with your lead blocker here. We should seal his outside shoulder, and we should be running outside. We misconnect on the pass right here, end up fumbling the ball a little bit, ends up getting tackled from the inside out with a poor throw and a poor catch. We do not get what we wanted to, but you can see if we'd gotten a little bit closer, the ball there a little bit faster, we'd have gotten what we wanted, and we're out here running with the unblocked defender here. Here's your end zone version right here. Again, we're making these guys, we're slowing down the rush. We're making these guys run sideline to sideline, rush the passer one time with straight drive back. We're throwing the quick screens out there. We're running the ball. We're always attacking the defense, making them honor everything from sideline to end zone to end zone. Okay, here we have one back and the tight end. Here's the tight end here. We've got him off the ball. Okay, we're going to throw the ball out here with one step up, one step back. Now the back's rule is he's got the corner in this case right here. Okay, tight end's going to have the next one. If we motion and bring him back and he is the outside guy in this case, then he'll have the corner and the back will have the backer. So whoever's the widest in this case here with the motion will motion back and forth. He'll have the corner and he'll have the backer, and we're reaching and running here. Remember, we're trying to get 4 to 6, one step up, one step back. We're in the boundary. See a nice job here by the tackle, reaching and running, getting on people and staying on with their zone block. You see we got our block outside on the corner with the tight end, and you see the back ends up arc blocking and being able to get to the inside backer in this case, and we want to get 4 to 6 yards again, faking the swing up top. There we go. We just get behind these guys. We're just zoning up through right here. Again, getting our 4 to 6 yards, easy money. Here's your end zone version. You get a chance to see the true zone block here. Reaching and running. Getting to the outside pad. Nice job by the tackle covering up color right here. Just keeping his feet, staying with him, staying with him. Does a nice job of getting downfield. We're going to get fancy here. Motion. We're going to throw it to the outside receiver. Watch this back right here on his arc block. You got good zone steps here. Again, he's got the corner. He's got the next one. Boom, boom, right here. Nice job getting their hat through the outside leg. This is almost simultaneously. Got 2 knockdown blocks, and we should run away from him and get our 4 to 6 yards. Should have gotten a few more out of this one. The rules stay the same. We can mix any motion, any formation we'd like right here. The quarterback just gets the ball and throws it out there as fast as he can. Here's your end zone version. Motion, Should reach out here and get to this leg. Nice job there getting through his outside leg. Catch, run away. Good job. Now we're in 12 personnel or 2 tight ends. Motion to a 3-by-1 set. Nice job, don't get too wide here. Here you see the receiver going to block the corner, but he feels like the cover down defender is a threat immediately. Remember, we're not involving the lineman much. So here we seal that. He should be one-on-one. We don't get a very good throw. Need a little bit quicker. We should make one miss, but in case we don't, our average is 4 to 6, and you've got to treat this like a running play as a successful play. End zone version. Here's your reach and run. There's your catch. Ball's in the outside arm. We need to make this one miss right here. Nothing else. Run away from these guys and get to the outside and get our 4 to 6 yards. Now we're getting into our crack arc section. We have some different schemes here. The first one, take a look at, is a 3-by-1 set where the outside receiver's rule is to crack the guy over number 2, first man inside, off the line of scrimmage. The number 2 receiver is going to back up at a 45-degree angle, kind of a kickback route. Get the ball, make sure that the number 3 receiver is in front of him on an arc scheme where he's got the cornerback. The offensive line is very simple. We're going zone, reach, and run here. Cut off with the backside, and we'll have a 1 step up, 1 step back as far as the backside. We'll change how we run this, but initially what we got is a down block and a pull, much as you would on the 3 technique where we block down with a tackle and pull the guard. We're just doing with skill guys now. We feel like we can get out on the perimeter and not have to involve these big guys in here. Let's take a look at the second diagram. Here you see the second diagram is we're throwing the ball to the back now, but the outside rules stay the same. Block down, pull around. We'll arc on the corner, and we want to get down the middle and work his outside pad so we can stretch the hole. Here we're going to have the back, take a free release right here, going to reach and run here, 1 step up, 1 step back for an outlet. The back's just going to seal off the back edge. One more we're going to take a look at, throwing the ball to the inside receiver. Now, this is a version by throwing the ball really off the swing, but you still got the same concept. Throwing it to the 3rd receiver, we're going to block down with the outside receiver, arc with the number 2 receiver on the cornerback right here. Keep the lineman the same, keep the backside receiver the same. So now you're seeing 3 different ways we can execute a down and around block with the receivers and throw the ball to different guys. You can change the names of how you want to do this, or they can just be calls that your receivers make. Let's take a look at a few of these plays and see how we execute them. Here you see we start in a 2-by-2 set. Now we motion, in this case, the tight end over. Okay, let's pause it here. Rules are he'll crack the first defender inside off the line of scrimmage. Number 2 is going to back up at an angle, 45 degree, get the ball, let the blocker come in front of him and arc on the corner, and we'll reach and run up front. He'll seal on the backside, 1 step up, 1 step back. Let's let the film run. There's our crack block. There's your goodies headache right there. Nice block by a true freshman. This split ought to be 10 to 12 yards from the in-man line of scrimmage. He splits the difference. Need a good arc path. The coaching point here is to make sure that the arc blocker gets in front of the running back here. In this case, the receiver. Here we get a kick-out block. We'd like to stretch this hole more, and you'll see it from the back shot. Now we got the unblocked defender downhill. We want to make sure we make him miss. We get positive yards. Watch these linemen reach and run right here, getting downfield. Nice job here. Great job there. He clips the back of his heels. You'll see a better shot from the end zone version. There's our motion. Reaching and running. You see he's bucket step, giving ground to get ground. Nice job here. He clips the back of his heels, slows him down, knocks him off his feet. Now we got a chance to be one-on-one with the safety. You need to make him miss. Okay, here we have 3 receivers to one side. We'll go inside to throw it to the number 3 receiver. This person here decided this guy's unblockable, so he makes a call. Wants him to come down and crack. For him to arc, he gets the ball. You see there's the leverage we have on the defender that's supposed to be covering the slot or the safety. Either one are back far enough we can still throw the ball here. So we will have a down block and an arc block. He'll get the ball. We're throwing this one to number 3. Kind of sets him up with his first step. Knows he's got a little bit of time with the man look. Outside receiver blocks down. Again, watch this guy's head. He never sees him coming. If he doesn't see him coming, take a shot. Upfield shoulder. If he sees him coming, wall technique. Block the upfield shoulder and stalk him. Arc block here. Get the ball, run away from leverage. Here's our leverage here, running inside out like we talked about. Got a chance to seal him. We got lineman downfield. Nice execution right there. Good play. Here's your reach and run here. Now we're under center. We're just going to open and throw as quick as he can get it out there. You see him open step right behind himself and throw the ball. We're going to take a pause step on the outside with our swing route. Get it. Right here, as we get it, we want to run for the bottom of the numbers and set this block up with the ball on the outside arm. Good execution. Okay, now we've gotten into a tighter bunch pack set with 3x1. We're going to throw it to number 2. We have a crack block down here. We have an arc block on the corner. The linemen are reaching and running. The backside's going to seal off. We have one step up, one step back here. Okay, unfortunately, I believe in this one, we don't block the upfield shoulder and lose our block. Be under control. He sees us right now. Get under control. Get your feet square. Make contact. Stay with him. He wants to go underneath. You just got to wash him back underneath and stay with him. Arc block here is important. It might be a kick out. Don't make it a kick out. Let it happen. Watch those big linemen now have to get downfield and run every play. They have to rush the passer, then redirect and spin back. You see the linebackers, everybody having to run to the play. Getting 4 to 6 yards again. That's a positive play for us. End zone version, now right here. That should have been picked up by the guard. He slants in, the guard should have cut him. He climbed to the second level for the inside backer. Poor execution here. He almost gets into play. It's just zone reach right here, gap over. Set your block. Again, run away from leverage. Look at him get back outside. Nice job. Stay healthy. Pretty smart on his part. Okay, here we're motioning the tight end again. We've got our down block. Okay, now he starts to go outside. We need to redirect and block his upfield shoulder. We got the lead blocker. He needs to attack here. He's too slow. He's way too slow. He's got to go because we've got people chasing from inside out. We don't get as many yards as we should have. You'll see this from the back shot. Well, you got to get this guy. Going right here. You can do it with whoever you like, a back, a receiver, whatever you have. You got him on a run and start with motion right here. Throw the ball out there. Now right now we got what we want. We got him blocked. There's the unblocked guy, and we have him blocked by the tight end in this case. There's your unblocked defender and unblocked defender. We're outside basically on what becomes a sweep. He needs to lead him on through here and get outside and get on his horse and go. Too slow. Now let's take a look. We're going to throw it to the middle receiver, number 2. He's going to back up. He's going to block down. He's going to pull around and block the corner. We've got a man look here. Here's the defender that's unblocked. Okay, we've got to outrun him. So we should crack, arc on him. Watch these guys kind of get caught up right here. Watch the cornerback chase because he's in man. Do a nice job with the outside receiver, sealing him down, cutting the defense and creating a wall right here for us to get outside. Now we got a good play, get back upfield. I think we get 10 to 12 yards on a little play that we threw for behind the line of scrimmage. Here's your end zone copy. See them reaching and running, get their hands down. Nice job getting through his outside thigh board. Okay, there's your down block, which end up getting 2 or 3. He comes back over the top, get to his upfield shoulder right here. If you're going to throw through his outside knee, not his inside knee. Gets upfield, and we still get 10 to 12 yards. Very positive play. Now we're in 2x2. We're going to end up motioning this person across, and he's going to be your arc guy. Decided to throw it to number 3. Now we're going to get a crack block and an arc block. Crack and an arc. Decided to throw this one to number 3. Changed it up. We're out of empty right here. Reaching and running. Down block. Around block. There we go right there. We're out running. There's your unblocked defender. We should get 4 to 6 out of this pretty easy. Well executed play. You can see how we can mix this up. It's just a different call for us, who you want to designate, who you're going to throw it to, but otherwise it's down and around. Crack and arc, crack and arc. See how the defensive line has to chase. Okay, this one right here is a little bit different. Here we have a diamond set or quad set. The defense ends up shifting on us late. We got a great play initially. We're out of empty. We should have the outside receiver. He's going to block down. The second receiver is going to block down. He's going to receive the ball, and he's going to arc on the corner. So he's arcing on number 1. He's blocking number 2. He's blocking number 3, and we're leaving this one unblocked, which is number 4. We got 4 receivers. We want to leave number 4 unblocked. They shift late, and we miscommunicate here with these 2 guys, and we don't get this executed as well as we wanted to. Good block here. We missed this block here. He should be blocking this safety because he's number 2. We're arcing on number 1. The arc blocker has to pick up number 2, so we're 1 short right here. End up making him miss for a couple of yards. You can do this out of 1,000 different sets, out of empty, 2 back, 1 back, it doesn't matter. Ends up being the same. Okay, here's a crack arc up top where we should have thrown the ball. He's going to block down. He's going to receive the ball. He's going to pull around. There's another look at it right here. Now he's got to be under control. If he's looking, he's got to get under control and get his hat where? Hat in front right here. We end up throwing the swing on the backside. See your linemen here, we're reaching and running to the side that we called it to try to get them out to that point and get to the second level. Okay, now we've gone to the back. I want to throw the ball to the back on the screen game, on the swing. So we're going to block down. We're going to pull around right here. The only coaching point, the only problem with this, if you get a peeler, then you don't need to run this play because now you've got nobody blocking the peeler. You want to do it when the linebacker's in play and you don't have a guy peeling on your back or playing man-to-man when the back swings with the defensive end. Otherwise, you got zone coverage, which is showing back here, quarters look, cover 2. You're fine. Block down, pull around, throw it to the back. Let's take a look. 1, 2, 3. Actually, we could get a little bit quicker. Got a seal block here. Do a nice job. Block the upfield shoulder again. Lose him underneath. If you lose him, you need to be more aggressive here. Either cut him late or stay on him and get with him. Okay, we got it. There's an unblocked guy. Made him miss. Made the safety miss. Running back does the rest. Okay, here we're going to motion. This one doesn't work out as successfully. We're doing it 3 by 1, but still throwing it to the back. We're underneath the center here. So we're going to get a crack, and he's going to arc on number 1. So we're having down block here, down block here. He's going to arc around and block the corner. We're going to get the back. So we're actually 1, 2, 3, 4. We're actually running to a 4 receiver side. The end, unfortunately, gets up the field and the tackle gets beat off the line of scrimmage. It's a slow set. We got to get his hands down. You see the ball being tapped right here up in the air, but if we'd done it out of gun, maybe it'd been a little bit different. Having the back in the home position, though, makes the backer scoot over a little bit more. 1, 2, 3, give him the ball. A little late. Tackle gets in his way right here. Let's stop the picture right now. We got a hat on a hat here, hat on a hat here. Lead blocker for the corner. They've got no one else that can leverage the running back. We should have a great play right here. Let's take a look here why your tackle is very important in short setting and getting his hands down right here. He gets beat around the edge. Got to do a nice job of either reaching him and cutting him or get his hands down real quick. Unfortunately, we didn't execute that one as well as we needed to, but you can see the potential for the play in that case where we're changing it up. Okay, here's some really old footage. Okay, apologize for the old film. This is Randy Moss here at Marshall. We're in a bunch set. This is in the 90s, late 80s here. We've got a bunch set, 3 receivers with the tight end. Same rule is going to apply. The outside receiver is going to block down. The tight end is going to block down, and we're going to arc around with the inside receiver, who is Moss right here. In this case, the back's going to flare again. You're going to see the window of opportunity we have here. It's Chad Pennington here at quarterback. 1, 2, 3. Get the ball out to the back. Okay, we need to throw and catch here. It's Doug Chapman, who played for the Vikings in this case. Okay, I want you to see it from the tight copy. I'm going to pause it right here. right now. You see the tight end on his block. You see the outside receiver on his block. You see Moss right here arcing on his block. Okay, right here you see there, and you see the crater that we have to run through. There's the unblocked defender right here. We were very successful running these screens when we were at Marshall for the 4 or 5 years and had great personnel running it too. Film's not very good here either. Okay, you get the same thing with the down block. Okay, you get the arc block, you get the back out here. Okay, gets upfield. Nice job there. Here we're going to motion across, do a little play action pass here, and then put the middle receiver on a crack block and an arc block off a play action pass. See a nice cut block there, get the ball on the perimeter. We're out and running right there. Our next screen we're going to look at does not involve the lineman at all. We call it a ghost screen. We're going to run out and throw the ball to an open receiver. Maybe the defensive back is playing soft, really far off, either man or zone. One step up, one step back. If we have two receivers, the outside receiver is going to do it. The inside receiver is going to block MDM, which stands for most dangerous man of the two. And we're just trying to pitch it out there to him, make one miss. This can be a call or an eye contact or signal by the quarterback. Or if you're no huddle, you can signal it from the sideline. Everyone else basically runs the play call. So we could have a running play and you just raise up and throw it. Or if you want to involve the offensive line, you could have some type of call for them to reach and run to the side that you're going to. But again, this is a simple thing. We're just throwing it out here. The receiver trying to make one miss, may have soft coverage or quarters. Let's take a look at the film and see what I'm talking about. Here you see us in a 12 personnel set, or 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers, and how soft they're playing the outside receiver, how much room they're giving us. So what we'd like to do is run a little ghost screen here, raise up, throw it to him, let him go one-on-one, see if we can get at least 4 to 6 yards. Direct the line on a 3-step protection here, gap protection. Get their hands down, just throw it out there to him. Let him make one miss, try to get upfield and get 4 to 6. In this case, very successful. Let's look at the tight shot here. Up front, this quarterback just makes a call, whatever your 3-step protection is. We're reach and cut. Backs off the edge, get the ball out there to him. Get the ball on the outside arm, let him make one miss. Here you see an 8-man front concept. Here's a flat defender. Corner's nice and soft here. Quarterback decides to raise up, throw it to him. You see him kick back 1-2. Needs to give the ball to him. Unfortunately, it's a nice catch, but a bad throw. Does a good job of digging it out. Want to get the ball upfield 4 to 6 yards. Good execution there. Here's your offensive line protection again. Quarterback's just going to raise up 1-2 and throw the ball to him. Just simple little thing right here. When you have soft coverage, get the ball out to a good receiver. If you can get 4 to 6 without blocking anybody, that's pretty good. Stress relief for your offensive line and your quarterback. And you just need to make a little bit better throw here. Ball's in the outside arm. Nice job there. Okay, next one we want to look at is what we call kickback screen, where we're going to fake the run, quick throw to the wide out. We're going to block the outside cornerback here with the inside receiver. If we only had one receiver, he's on his own. We're always going to run this away from the side. We're running the play to. We're running out of gun or underneath center. Basically, everybody else is running the running play. These 2 guys out here are knowing that they're on the kickback side of it, and we just tag it, or we can signal it however we want to do right here. But it's a simple little screen, 1 step up, 1 step back. He's going to block really the most dangerous out of the 2, but we're throwing this because he's soft and the cover down defender is way inside. Let's take a look at a couple of these on tape, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Here you have a 1-back set. We're underneath center. Tight end flanker is here. The slot, the outside receiver. You see the cornerback soft. Here's your cover down defender and the split safety look. Going to fake the run here to this side or to the right. Quarterback's just going to turn, throw it back here, right here. We have mixed up the steps where we're going up 3 and back 4 to time it up. It just depends how quick you can get the ball out there. Here you see him going up 3 and back 4. Ball times out pretty good. He's going to block the most dangerous out of these 2. Most of the time, it's going to be the outside or the cornerback in this case. Get the ball. He should keep running here. The ball should be in the outside arm. He should run away from this defender and get his necessary yardage, 4 to 5 yards. Here you see the line blocking. I believe here we may have had the inside zone called. Quarterback knows he's going outside. Everybody else is blocking the inside zone. Back doesn't know he's not getting the ball. All he knows he's running inside zone. You can make a determination and call this play out here without them knowing one way or the other, or them knowing. Whatever works best for you. Here, we're going to fake the run to the left, kick it back out here. Now you see we mixed it with one step up. Thought we could get it out here a little bit quicker. Okay, catch the ball, run away. Here we blocked the cover down defender because he thought he was the most dangerous. Started out there, blocked the cover down. Now he's one-on-one with the cornerback. Again, making them run sideline to sideline. Defend the whole field. Easy throws. Stress relief for your quarterback and your offensive line. Getting positive yardage. Finding a bunch of ways not to have to protect and get the ball out. Should go there and get the first down. Okay, here we're in a 2-by-2 set. We're in the gun. We're going to fake it out of the gun. This time we know which way we're going. We're going to involve the lineman. You see the back fake across. We're going to involve the lineman here. Reach and run. Okay, we're going to kick it back to the outside guy after faking to this one. He's going to block here. He's going to block the most dangerous out of these two. Unfortunately, he gets a little out of control. He's got to get under control here. They're in quarters. They replace with the safety. He needs to gather his feet right here, block this one, leave that one unblocked. End up getting a lot of yardage out of it. Successful play for us. We just went up one and back one in that case. Made one miss, rolled around, and got about 8-9 yards. Simple plays. Now we involve the offensive line with the reach and run. Not having anybody outside engaging. But you can see it's nice, easy zone steps for them. We run the quarterback zone quite a bit, so we have the same thing with the backside ceiling, just have the quarterback run the zone, so we tie it in with the run in this case. Very simple for us to do. Made one miss, got upfield, 8 or 9 yards. Now we're going to go to a back screen, or what we call the slow screen, where the running back here is going to go into the line and then leave when the guard leaves. The execution of this is quite a bit of timing. Our offensive tackles need to stay on. Okay, the front side or play side guard is going to go count and a half. He's going to run and kick out. The center is going to run and run the alley after count and a half, and the backside guard, we're going to try to get him for peel or any trash that may be there. A lot of times we'll tag the X with the crack block where we'll seal the inside linebacker to cut the defense. Sometimes we'll base him, we'll change it up according to how the defense is playing us. On the backside of this, we're going to fake the swing. So the quarterback in gun will pump the swing, then come back, give ground, and throw it to the back. The back is responsible. He should not leave until his puller or his lead blocker, this case being the guard, is out in front of him. So whoever gets out first, whether it be the guard or the center, whoever's out first is going to run the line and kick out. Whoever's out second is in the alley. Whoever's out third basically is a peel. In a perfect world, we'd like it to be the guard first, the center second, and the backside guard third. Again, the back is responsible for finding a throwing lane, stepping up, getting the ball and not leaving until he has the ball and the guard has left. Let's take a look at a few of these. It's been very successful for us. Here we have a 3-by-1 set. We're going to go to the weak side here, side to the back zone. We're going to fake the swing over here. Back's going to step up like in pass pro. Tackle's going to stay on. Backside tackle's going to stay on. Guard's going to set, count and a half, run the line. Okay. Here we have the center, count and a half. He's going to get in the alley. Then we'll have the backside guard looking for trash, or he could be the third guy up in the screen. Quarterback after the pump fake is going to reset, drift, reset his feet, find the back. See the back step in? Now the guard leaves. He leaves when he leaves, not before, because he wants to be inside out. Good execution here. Fake, give ground, drift, give the ball to the back. Run the line, and we've got an alley player. This one should have gone for more than it did. We based with the receiver. Let's run this one back. Unfortunately here we didn't get the backside chaser, which ended up being the linebacker here. Tackle ran the line. We'd like for the guard right here to look for this one. The center in that case. Hit the alley. Got a good seam right here. Got positive yardage. Let's look at it from behind. Watch the quarterback's mechanics. Our heels are at 5. fake the swing, 1, 2, 3, give ground, find the back, tackle stays on right here, does a nice job there, keeping him out of the play. We're gone, give the back, we're in good relationship here with the back. Here we like to peel back and seal this one right here. Makes him miss, we're up in the alley, close to a big one. Throwing it into the boundary again. This time we're going to crack the X. Initially he's in good shape. Gets his feet crossed over right here. Gets his feet crossed over and has no base, so he gets knocked down. But at least he seals the defense here. We run the line, get the tackle out in front, set the block, get up underneath him. Does a nice job there. You see these defensive linemen have to run and then retrace. Tackles do a good job of staying on. Again, have these guys trying to slow down that pass rush. Okay, so these guys are having to run 300-400 pounds here and get back and try to get into play. Gets downfield, does a nice job. Again, getting 4 to 6 yards. Let's watch it from the tight version. Tackles stay on. Count and a half here. Got to go. Got late getting out right here. Should have passed him on. Let him go. Got a little hung up in here. Back's waiting. Now he gets back out in front, so we end up with a good relationship there. And you see our funnel right here we like to get into. We need to have somebody clip him, and then we'd have had a better alley. Now remember earlier we talked about never blocking a blitzer. If we got a crack block on here, we should go to the next linebacker, then to the next level. If he blitzes 2, you're going to see this here in this case where we have a big play, but it should have been bigger. Never block the blitzer. He should continue on and go to the next level. There is no other linebacker. We end up getting him out. Good shape here. Big play. Got the lineman out in front running the line, and then he turns up. Watch the guard here. Tackle does a nice job of staying on. Guard does a nice job running the line, and then he turns up. There's no one there. Just become 2 lead blockers right here. Ends up big yardage. Great to offset the pass rush, slow down the rush. Here we're just going to do it out of straight drop back mode with no fake. Not faking anything out here, just straight drop back pass. Tackle stays on, cuts his guy, good alley, good lane, passing lane for the quarterback to see the throw. You see the lineman get out, run the line, there's no one there. Turns upfield. The running back does the rest. Again, we're trying to make these defensive linemen have to chase, redirect, chase again. See the quarterback there, 1, 2, 3, reset. He finds the open lane right here, gives it to him. Good relationship here. Got to get back inside out. There we go. Set this block up. That's a nice job there. Then get upfield right here. Nice job by this guard getting in the alley, knocking his guy down, occupying here by the receiver. The running back does the rest, gets in the end zone. Three by one, we're throwing it back into the boundary with the base block out here, or stalk block by the receiver. Unfortunately, he does not stay with his block as long as we'd like him to. You got to do a good job of working on it. True freshman here didn't do as good a job. One thing I don't like about this, our back leaves too early. In this case, he gets out in front. It doesn't hurt us here, but he's too far out in front. We need to let him get behind the lineman. You see 2 great blocks by the offensive line, simultaneous cuts right here. People down on the ground. If we had executed this block, it would have been a big run, probably a touchdown. See a nice job by the lineman getting downfield here, doing a good job. Back should be, he's in good shape as far as his depth, but the back should be inside out on the puller. He should be inside of this puller right here, so he gives him a great angle. If he has to kick out, we're switched right here. Got to really work on that. He ends up getting in good shape because of the way the defense played it. Okay, we went a bunch set. Mix up your bunch. Here you see the line do a nice job passing off the twist right here. Picks up the outside rusher. The tackle stays on. We got the lineman running the line here. The center in the alley. Good job there. Make a good block, get up inside. You see how he sets the blocks here. Watch it from the back. Good job of passing this off. Tackle letting him go back inside. Okay, because he knows he got a replacer here. He stays with the outside rusher. He left when the guard left. He's in good shape. Look at that good distribution right there. He's up in the alley, stays on his block, sticks his foot in the ground, gets north and south. Again, we need to do a better job of blocking downfield with the wideouts. Going to a 3x1 set, motion. Watch this block here. Nice job here. We're crack blocking this here. Just change the blocking up a little bit. Great execution by the receiver there. Gives us a chance to spring the play. Running back sets up inside, waits for the lineman to leave, then he leaves. A good distribution here. He's running the alley. He's running the line to kick out. We got two great blocks there. He sticks his foot in the ground, gets north and south. Receiver does a much better job there. End up getting a bigger play if you block downfield. Here's the tight version. You see the block we were talking about right there. Gives your receivers an opportunity to get downfield, block the upfield shoulder, catch a guy while he's not looking, do some damage. Great job by the offensive line running the line here, kicking out. He's in the alley, giving up his body right here, sticks his foot in the ground, gets upfield. Nice job. Now we're getting into the bubble, or what we refer to as the swing screens here. We're in a 3x1, actually an empty, but we're going to look at this side here. The inside receiver is going to approximately 5 to 7 yards from the end man on line of scrimmage. And the gun, we're going to take a good pause step, open our head and shoulders up, run for the bottom of the numbers, receive the ball. Outside, we're going to man-on block this and throw away from the leverage defender inside, which would be number 3. Block the corner man-on, straight down the middle, reaches outside pad. We're blocking number 2, block down the middle, reaches outside pad, and here we're trying to get to the sideline 4 to 6 yards. Okay? If it's underneath the center right here, this will happen a little quicker. You really don't need a pause step. You want to run for the bottom of the numbers, and you execute the same blocks outside. And our second diagram, you're going to see where we're going to change the blocking up right here. In the offensive line, we're going to zone reach and run, try to get to the second level. All we're doing is zone blocking on this side. Our swing 2 diagram here is we're going to change it up. We're going to make a little call when number 2, the guy over number 2, becomes unblockable by him, and he can either make a call or you tie this in the way you want to block it. We're going to block down, and we're going to come around and arc. Number 3 receiver is going to execute his bubble route or his swing route. On the back side of that, usually we have a little ghost or 1 step up, 1 step back. Offensive line is going to execute reach and run, a zone reach here, trying to get to the second level, get guys on the ground. Quarterback again is going to take the ball without the laces or with the laces, get it out here as fast as possible. Underneath center, it happens quicker. In your angle here, we're going to run for the bottom of the numbers, trying to get 4 to 6 yards. Again, trying to slow down the rush, make these defensive linemen get it to a skilled guy real quick, try to get this executed. Let's take a look at a few of these. Here you see us in a 3x1 set. The back's going to come across and seal the backside end here. We're going to take 1 step up, 1 step back, but we're trying to throw the ball up here. You see number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. We have him leveraged right here severely, so all we have to do is drop step, run for the boundary right here, bottom of the numbers. He's going to block this one. He's going to block that one. Again, remember, down the middle, reach the outside pad. Down the middle, reach the outside pad. Need to set up a drill and really work this in practice. Okay, it's not as easy as everybody gives it credit to. You just need to have a good athlete out here that can run it. Get the ball. You see the tackle in this case on the reach and run, even get out here and get in the mix. Nice block inside. He pins this guy. Outside here, we need to get to the outside, not too bad. Okay, you see the tackle getting upfield right here. On a simple little play, we're getting more than 4 to 6 on this one. Getting downfield, getting 10 to 12 yards. Great execution. Here's our end zone copy. Just watch the tackle right here in the guard. He slants inside. He should be cutting his outside leg. He gets him down. Quarterback, we got a bad snap. Enables to get it and get it out there to him real quick. Good execution there. You see us in great shape. Got a seal block, got a reach block, and a stalk block here, and end up getting a tackle on the next level. Super job by him. Here we're in empty again, 3x2. Got a base block here, stalk, outside shoulder, stalk him. We already got him leveraged. Reach and run. Okay, we're throwing away from him and throwing away from him. We should get positive yards here. Need a pause step. See our little pause step here? Takes that little timing step or pause step, enables the quarterback to get the ball in his hand. Now he just rips it out there to him. Now, what I like about this, he's got his shoulder, his upfield shoulder downhill, where he gives a target for the quarterback to throw it to instead of his shoulders being parallel. They're turned, and he sees a number, so he gives a chance to get the ball to him. Now we're running away, trying to get to the bottom of the numbers, getting in that seam, which we hit the seam right here. We need to stay with the block a little bit longer. We get a bunch of yards on the simple play. Watch the offensive line from the tight version. Now we mixed it up. We had two screens in one, so we didn't know what side we were throwing it to. We stayed big. We're always giving the defense a little different look, giving these linemen a chance to mix up their blocks and set and cut. Here we've got a stack look. We've triple stacked them nice and tight. We're going to have these two account for two. He's going to get the ball and run for bottom of the numbers again. We get it worked out here. It's a simple little thing. Get the ball. Now you see instead of the back crossing, we just got him on the edge right here. Reach out there, throw it to him. We got a little pause step here. He blocks number one. He blocks number two. You can switch it up, and he blocked number two, and he blocked number one, however you want to do it. In this case, this is the way we're doing it. We get it sealed. We get blocks on hats right here. Get up the field, make something happen. Again, get 4 to 6 yards. You see we're just zoning this here, setting the back off the edge. Get the ball, get it out there as quick as possible. You see right here when we stop the frame, we've got hat outside, sealed. We're able to get to the outside and get 4 to 6 yards with a lot of success. Okay, apologize for the film here. This is an old clip where we're going to quads out of empty. We're throwing off the fourth defender, so 1, 2, 3, 4. We get him, we block number one, block number two, block number three, and leave number four unblocked. Motion out. You see we get good execution on blocking number three. He just blocks the upfield shoulder, seals him. Great arc block on number two. Right here, he goes underneath, we seal him. You see the unblocked defender is way back deep here. And then we get a great block on number one right here, stalk block, get the ball outside, get to the boundary, then the rest is up to the receiver. In this case, we get an 80-yarder, old-timey stiff arm, little throwback here. Nice job there, get the ball in the end zone. Easy throw for 80 yards. Here's our stack look again. We're going to block number two. He's going to block number one. Reach him, get outside. Nice job being patient. Set the block, get back outside after you go inside. Run away from the unblocked defender. Again, we've got a lot of simple yards on an easy play. See the quarterback here, the back crossing, taking off the edge. You see our line reaching and running. Could have had a better pass. We wouldn't have had to turn around. Probably got a few more yards. Get the ball in the outside arm. Okay, here's a case. We saw this early. We're going to throw it to number three on our swing or bubble. We've got a look that he says he's unblockable, so he brings him down, brings him around. There's our unblocked defender, so we're running away from him with our swing or our bubble. Great crack block here. He's not looking. Take advantage of that. Get our 4 to 6, run away from him. Really sets the tone for the day. Here's a couple of empty looks. We got 3-by, base, stalk block him. Seals him out here, gives the ball to him, gets outside, gets his foot in the ground, gets upfield for positive yardage. See the quarterback get the ball, catch and throw. With or without the laces. Reach and run by the offensive line, get to the next level, throw downfield right there. Great job getting on the heels of the defenders. Once again, the empty. Reaching the ball, throwing it out here. Got to block a rolled up corner, take him where he wants to go, create space, seal here. Then you got to be a good athlete and make one miss. That's the unblocked defender. He's yours. So you got to do a good job of making him miss what you did here. Here you see the offensive line again on a reach and run. Just zoning this, trying to climb to second levels. Quarterback getting the ball out of hand as fast as possible and the receiver doing the rest. This is to a tight end trips look. We got him leveraged. Going to throw it out here to number two. He's going to base block, and we're going to run away from anything inside. Back crosses, token fake, get the ball outside, run away from this defender here. Even if he makes a tackle, he can't make it for more than 4 or 5 yards. End zone version. See the lineman downfield having a good time there. Our next screen is a sprint screen where we're going to start the sprint one way. Quarterback's going to take 3 steps and redirect, throw back to the backside. We'll run into a 1 receiver and a 2 receiver side over here, so the execution for the lineman is basically the same. No changes for them. If we do have a 2 receiver side, we're going to throw it to the inside receiver. We're going to take 3 steps up, 4 steps back, and we're going to stay square so we can catch the ball and get in this little funnel or this tunnel right here. Because we're going to have someone cracking down, which is the outside receiver, sealing this, and the tackle is going to set, run the line, and kick out. The guard is going to set, run the alley. We're going to have the center set, and he's going to look back for trash. Now when I say set, we're going to sail 1 step or a step and a half for the sprint to this side. Play side guard is going to reach. Play side tackle is going to reach just like a sprint out. We're going to sail either a 2 or a 3 level route here, depending on how many receivers we have. Again, the quarterback 3 steps. We'd rather run this out of the gun. 3 steps, set, throw back right here. We'll look at the version or the second picture here in just a second. Here's the 1 receiver version of this where we're still going to go up 3 and back 4. The tackle's going to kick out. Now the guard's going to run the alley and the center's got the trash just like we talked about. Here we want to get in this funnel or this tunnel area right here. Now the back being on this side fakes a sprint out with the block. Quarterback 3 steps, going to wheel back and throw it back to the X. Again, we're faking the sprint out here. We're faking the zone, the flood, or we're just overloading the zone over here. Been very successful for us. Let's take a look at a few of these. Here you see us with 1 receiver over here. We're in a 3-by-1 set. Going to run the flood route over here. The back's going to block. Quarterback 3 steps. Going to wheel back, throw to here. Coaching point here is this receiver's going to go too deep, which causes us a problem on the retrace. Just up 3, back 4, and give them a square target. Tackle's going to set, run the line. Guard set, run the alley. Center set, and look for trash. These 2 are going to block the sprint out. Let's take a look. 1, 2, 3 by the quarterback. Sets, throws backside. You see how the receiver in this case drifted further back than his 4 steps. He's way too deep. We get a good kick out by the lineman here, by the tackle. Nice job on the retrace sealing this. Okay, looking backside, we're in that little tunnel area we talked about, but unfortunately here we're a little too deep. You see where we would have sprung this if we'd have been a step or 2 in front. Let's watch him take his steps. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, stop. See, he ends up drifting a couple 3 yards back. That causes a problem on the retrace. You see, you got great flow by the defense here on the sprint out, flowing this way. Watch it. Okay, starting this way, running. Watch your lineman here. He starts there, sets, he runs the line. Guard sets, then he gets out, runs the alley. Now you see the center turning back, looking for any trash right here or retracers. Should have had this one in the alley quicker. If we'd have had it there right now, a burst, but if he'd have been here, he'd have never made the play and would have been out the gate in 88. Here's another look at a 1 receiver. Now we just got 2 receivers over here. We got the tight end who's going to block. He's going to run a go. He's going to run a bench. Here we're just blocking. 1, 2, 3. Now the receiver here panicked a little bit. We have this accounted for. We're okay. He should still take his 3 steps. Getting a corner blitz. It's an area here, a coaching point. Stay with it. 1, 2, 3, and then back. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, he drifts too deep again. We get a good kick out block. Now we got a retracer from the backside. He's redirecting. He gets there right at the end. Well, we'd have been in front of him. We end up still getting 4 to 5 yards. Should have got a lot more. Let's watch it from the end zone. Watch your linemen here and their steps. Shuffle, shuffle like sprint and gate back action, then get out. Lineman does a nice job here. The tackle, we get a nice knock down here or attempt at it, tie him up. By the time he gets there, we should have been past him. Okay, here we're going to tie it into a straight drop back instead of a sprint. We have a bad snap, I believe. We need some better steps out here. You see the lineman get out and do a good job. Now we're just going to tie it in instead of sprinting. We're going to tie the same screen in, kind of a straight drop. Tackle gets out in front. We're in good shape. Guard gets a good knockdown. Receiver receives the ball, does a nice job of getting in that tunnel. You see a nice job of him run after the catch. Super job. If you got a guy that's pretty nifty, that's what you get. See the zone reach here. Basically now, instead of going to the sprint out action, we're going back the other way. Tackles out, guards out right now. You saw the center looking for trash. Get the ball, got the kick out, get underneath, set the block, then the rest is up to the receiver. Well executed play, great run. One receiver side again, going to go under center, straight drop back. Here the areas, coaching point of tackle's got to give the quarterbacks a little bit of time to throw the ball because he's under center. We get lucky here and get this one off. If we were in gun, it wouldn't be as bad. He's running a line. You see the center looking for any trash. Again, he's up in the alley right there in that tunnel area, getting positive yardage, slowing down the rush again, making the lineman redirect, rush the passer, change direction, make the defense react. Helps our drop back passing game, helps our run game, helps them to slow down the rush. Now you see a two receiver side here we're going to throw it to. Poor execution on the crack block. We initially get it, but we lose it. Tackle's going to run the line and kick out. Guard's going to get in the alley. He's going to go up 3, back 4. Sadly, goes too deep again. They get nervous when they don't have the ball. He did do a nice job of setting this block up. He's up inside of this. Okay, did a poor job of staying on this block. He does have to hold it a while, but if you lose him underneath. Again, we did get our 4 to 6. Should have got more than that. 1, 2, 3. That's why when he throws back, he's off his back foot. Not really planning, so we want a stationary target so we know where he'll be. Now, we end up doing a nice job here of getting him kicked out. We're in great shape right here, but we lose this block. If we had this block sealed, you see we have another one coming. He could have been a little more patient, but unfortunately we didn't execute this as well as we wanted to. Here again, so 2 receiver side. We got to get a crack block here. 3 up, 4 back. He's going to run the line and kick out. He's going to run the alley. We should be in good shape. Unfortunately here we have a miscommunication by the outside receiver. We go to empty. Start the sprint, 1, 2, 3, come back. We're in great shape. If we'd have got our seal block or our crack block, right here we crack down on him, kick out on him. We're up on him. We had everybody accounted for. Good execution there as far as the throw and the catch. Now we make that one miss, but the timing of it's off. We end up coming off our blocks. Still with the play that it was, we got 3.5, 4 yards. Should have got a lot more. Screens are hit and miss, much like your draws are. See, there was our kick out. There was our seal. If we gotten this sealed, you see the alley that we had right here. We got an extra blocker coming up through. You saw the room that we had to run the ball. That concludes today's video session. If you would like to contact me, please feel free to do so on my email address at gunterbrewer@aol.com. Hopefully these concepts and these plays will be as successful for you as it has been for us, and good luck this season.